From the Charles Drew Charter School Junior and Senior Academy in East Atlanta, the Atlanta Public Schools Office of Communication and Public Engagement presents this broadcast of the Urban Youth Harp Ensemble Winter Concert.
I'm Bill Stanley. I'm chairman of the board of directors for the Urban Youth Harp Ensemble, and I get so excited every time we have a concert. You are a beautiful audience, and thank you very much for coming out this evening. I want to introduce to you the director, the artistic director of our program, the one that teaches these kids how to play the harp, Miss Carolyn Lunn. Now, she's a very humble person. This is Carolyn over there, so when she comes up, I want to hear that applause again, okay? She's a very humble person, but Carolyn participated in a contest in St. Petersburg, Russia, and she was in the top 10 of the finalists, and the only American. So logic tells me, if you're the only American over there and you're in the top 10, that means you're the best harpist in America. We are so happy to be here at Drew. We're so happy for our students. We're expecting a beautiful concert. Enjoy your evening. Thank you.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2014 Urban Youth Harp Ensemble Winter Concert. We are so delighted that you are all here. This concert marks a special occasion. It is the first harp concert in the beautiful new theater. It is the first harp concert for 35 of our students, and that means that it's the first harp concert for many of you in attendance this evening. We hope that throughout the night, you will feel uplifted, peaceful, and be able to learn more about this uniquely beautiful instrument. The first piece you heard showcases a technique the harp is most known for, glissandos. Listen next for the fast and intricate fingerwork as this advanced ensemble plays La Joyeuse, which is a fitting title for the season. It means merry.
The next class students will be demonstrating yet another style of playing the harp, Jupiter. It's full of lush chords where sometimes as many 8 notes are played at once. Harpists never use their pinky fingers because they are too weak. Playing the harp takes strong hands and thick skin. Every harpist endures sore fingers until calluses start to grow. But let's not develop on that. Enjoy the classical masterpiece as adapted of 7 harps.
The next group is made up of 7th and 8th graders who have been playing the harp for 2 years now. The first piece is arguably the greatest composer to ever live, Sebastian Bach. The second piece was composed 2 centuries later and shows a contrasting simplistic style to a wild rose, originated as a piano piece, and we hope you'll agree that it sounds even better on the harp.
Most of the students in the Urban Youth Harp Ensemble attend Drew and take harp class every other day as a part of our school schedule. However, the harp program is open to students across Atlanta through the after-school program. This next group of harpists range from 4th grade to 9th grade and come to harp class once a week after school. Some of these students have been playing for only a few months, others for 2 years. They'll play the lively triptych dance.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kimberly Walker. I am 15 years old, and tonight I will be playing for you a very energetic and lively song, and it's perfect for the holidays. It's called The Good Little King of Evito, and I hope you enjoy.
give another round of applause to my friend Kimberly Walker. Hello everyone, my name is Donovan Howard. I'm a senior this year, wow, scary. Instead of the piece that was listed on your program, me and Kim decided to play a duet for you guys. This duet is called Inanga. Inanga means it's a type of African harp, and it was arranged by our teacher, Elizabeth W. Johnson, and it was composed by someone named William Grant Still, who was an African-American composer. So in this piece, you'll hear a lot of African rhythms. So I hope as you listen that you enjoy, and the next piece you'll hear is Inanga.
The next class of students will be demonstrating yet another style of playing the harp. So this year, for the first time ever, a new class of 5th grader students was started at Drew Elementary School. These students are the youngest in the ensemble and have only been playing the harp since October. They are playing on lever harps, which have 36 strings compared to 47 on a full-size pedal harp. We are so proud of their progress, not to mention bravery to play for the public after only 2 short months. We know you'll like their renditions of Farah Jaka and Lovely Evening.
Wow, didn't they do a good job? They deserve an extra round of applause. Woo!
In Atlanta Public Schools, your student achievement portfolio may not be complete without fine arts. APS students have a bountiful offering of activities to participate in, from dance to orchestra to performance and much more.
Okay, your group is toward the end of the concert.
Although based at the beautiful Charles Drew Charter Junior and Senior Academy, The Harp Ensemble is open to all APS students. Just to prepare for a concert, students spend many weeks learning all aspects of performing.
So, like, when we're eating, do we get to talk also?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can eat and you can talk.
The ensemble's director, Carolyn Lund, and two students offer this point of view.
So this year, our program has just expanded quite a bit. We have almost doubled in size this year. We have 74 students involved, and that's in 5th grade through 12th grade. And that's kind of our goal, is to start these students as young as possible, to get them exposed to music, to get them learning to read music as early on as you can, because that just sets them up for college and beyond. They say that people who learn a musical instrument in their youth just do better. If you track them throughout their whole lives, they're smarter, they live longer. It just has untold benefits. So we like being a small part of that. I think the harp is just such a cool way to get people interested in the arts, because it's a really accessible instrument in terms of it sounds beautiful. Even if a small child learns to play the harp right from the beginning, it sounds good. It's not like a violin where it may take several years of fine-tuning to get a really beautiful sound out of the instrument. A harp is just naturally easy on the ears. So I think this is kind of a gateway to learning all about music, and I think the kids just have a blast doing it because the payoff is immediate. Well, this is actually the first concert, the first harp performance for about half of these students. So we've just done a lot of talking about what it's going to feel like on stage. And I mean, naturally, the students will be a little bit nervous, but my goal is for them to have a good performance and to come away saying, I want to do that again. I always say that the antidote to feeling nervous is preparation. If you are prepared, you will get rid of 90% of your nervous energy. So I just really try to prepare these kids for any, scenario that may occur. If a string breaks, they know what to do. They just keep going and they'll be ready and they're excited.
Yes, I've started the harp because I'm really interested in instruments that I've never played before, and also I play the violin.
Well, I actually want to be a pediatrician, but I think it'll be great to know how to play the harp also.
Do you feel you're getting any skills that are going to help you in your medical career, like practicing and being patient?
Yes, very.
It's helping me a lot in my academic studies, because now with the harp, it still is kind of hard learning the harp and also with other academic skills going on, but I'm able to get my grades up and also do harp at the same time.
This program is just so popular, and I hate to turn anybody away. And kids are kind of banging down my door saying, "I want to play the harp." And so we need more harps. We need harps for them to take home to practice on away from school. And there's just no end in sight. We would love to just keep this ball rolling.
We'd like to turn the concert now to some holiday music. The next two groups of students are made up of 6th graders who just started the harp class in August. One of the first things we learn in harp are 3 fundamentals of technique. Your elbows should be up, your thumb should be high, and your fingers should close into the palm after every note. If you watch the technique of these students, I think you'll agree that we have some future harp superstars in the making. We hope you enjoy the next 4 familiar pieces: Silent Night, O Christmas Tree, Carol of the Bells, and Good King Wenceslas.
Next up is a group of 7th graders who just 1 year ago were beginning 6th graders. As a class, they decided to tackle one of the most popular Christmas music in the world, the Nutcracker. You'll hear a series of dances, march, trepak, and dance of the reed pipes, each with a little different character. Finally, they'll finish the dance sequence with Once Upon a December, a waltz featured in the music Anastasia.
Some of you who have never been to a harp concert may have some burning questions at this point, such as, how much does a harp weigh? The ones on stage range from 30 pounds to 80. How do we transport them? We have dollies to wheel them around and lay them flat in a SUV or a minivan. How much does a harp cost? About as much as a car. New pedal harps range in price from $10,000 to $40,000. That's because each pedal harp has 2,000 moving parts and takes at least 6 months to make. What kind of wood is used? The body is made of maple, and the front soundboard is made of Sitka spruce. What are the strings made out of? The low strings are made of copper. The middle strings are made out of gut, and the top strings are made of nylon. Do strings break often? They do break occasionally. In a room with 12 harps, we change an average of 3 strings per week. What is the most often requested song on the harp? Well, that would be Canon in D, which we will hear next.
Good evening. My name is Kai O'Neill. I've been playing harp for around 3 years. So since it's one of my favorite things to do, I decided to learn my own arrangement of my favorite song, 1,000 Years.